Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for this great event, this summit, Climate Summit, and it's a really honor and pleasure to be here as a mayor of Athens. Newly elected, I'm on board 6 months, and previously I was a professor at the National Technical University of Athens, Greece, energy and climate policy professor, so allow me to say a few introductory things, and then I will speak as a professor, as a mayor, so I'm always a professor, but also as a mayor. So the climate system is breaking down. There is a silver lining. If there is a silver lining amidst the climate crisis, that would be that we are way past the denial era. That inaction is no longer a concern. Today, almost everyone agrees that we need to act. We heard that from all colleagues today. Acting, however, can take many forms, and it has taken many forms since government started to realize how our economic model has been impacting the climate, and we are in front of great challenges. In its early stages, when we were discussing about the Kyoto Protocol with its legally binding targets at the country level, we all understood, and we are now sure we can highlight that in fact working on a country level only with governments seems to be ineffective. Working with top-down approaches also seems to be really difficult to achieve tangible results. This is why, with the Paris Agreement, we green-lighted a more bottom-up paradigm, giving ways to new norms, kick-starting multi-level climate governance, and enabling the environment for subnational actors like mayors and local actors and leaders to do their fair share in the climate fight. And this is why I think that cities are now at the forefront of the race to tackle climate crisis. It is not a coincidence that the scientific community, through the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, is focusing predominantly on cities in its new cycle. Also, a quick look at the other side of the Atlantic may attest to that. After the US withdrew from the Paris Agreement back in 2017, and before the Biden administration rejoining the accord.
That actually never happened. I'm just kidding. You're right.
Yes.
Right. I just don't like to admit it.
So, yes, but it was crucial, though, that then many cities like California and others were encouraged to join the fight, to be heard, to innovate, to accelerate transatlantic action and ambitions. And they might just as well have to take the reins again, depending on the political developments later this year. So,
you're killing me here. You're just killing me.
I'm just trying to be realistic, okay? So, despite the cost and ambitious stance of the European Union in the climate race, European cities must also put up a fierce fight. Both severely hit by recent extremes and disproportionately prone to climate change, Athens is no exception. In fact, in Athens, the Greek capital, we are at the front of the bloc's climate neutrality objective by participating already in the EU missions for 100 climate neutral smart cities by 2030. We are, of course, aware of our responsibility. We know that the stakes are high, and we have stepped up. And within the first 100 days of our administration, we have already established an energy poverty management office to tackle energy poverty with already 60 experts, highly trained, certified, which have already started identifying vulnerable households and helping them to reduce their energy costs. We have lifted all unnecessary bureaucratic difficulties and barriers for installing solar photovoltaics at public schools and municipal buildings. We have wrapped up the installation of new charging infrastructure for electric vehicles. We have prioritized the municipality's circular performance with something like 2,000 households actively informed and registered to our bio-waste collection program, concretely aiming for a 50% organic waste composting target. And we have, alongside major accessibility interventions at schools, sidewalks, and public squares and parks. Moreover, our Department of Parks and Greenery has planted almost 2,000 trees, really difficult in Athens because We are highly populated and we don't have public spaces. And the target is each year to have 5,000 new trees, 25 within the next 5 years. And we have created also an app, Athens Trees app, where you can see in which place, what type of tree, when, so as to be fully transparent. Moreover, maybe most importantly, we have revised our city's climate target with a net zero goal till 2030. And this is no car-free promise, nor a hot potato for the next administrations. We understand that this end-of-decade target means for our time in office, for the actions we must take, that we need to act now, today. We firmly believe in science-based decision-making, and our climate task force is working with our university's top scientists and the best available science to revise our path to net zero, devise a solid, robust strategy, and eventually deliver all our targets. Notably, one of our flagship actions has been the establishment of the Athenian Energy Alliance, where with other 8 neighboring municipalities and 5 more municipalities from the Attica region, nearby, but not exactly neighboring municipalities, we created an alliance that aims to, with a huge energy community and individual energy communities per each municipality, to produce green electricity that will be distributed through virtual net metering to 50,000 energy poor households. Moreover, on the latter, we gave great importance on high-quality education and raising awareness for climate change, and this is why we have become the first municipality in Greece to join UNESCO's Greening Education Partnership, and we have also joined forces with other relevant institutions, such as the International Eco-Schools Network, in promoting joint awareness activities and offering environmental education to more students. Furthermore, we have already established climate youth conventions in Athens, seeking to open new channels of communications with young and youngest citizens. And a few days ago, we organized also the Athens Climate Forum, with the active participation of research institutes and universities, as well as financial, environmental, and civil society organizations, to foster deliberative dialogue and co-production of cities' green and just urban development plans. So we are also trying to enforce more and to really trigger the attention of young citizens, and this is why we have developed new ways like the Apps for Athens Innovation Marathon that we have already organized, emphasizing on ecological and green energy solutions, and we are also trying to find other games and other activities to engage as many young colleagues as possible. So that's in a way what we have already done in the first 6 months, and allow me to conclude my intervention with, I think, a message for all of us that we need to act now, and we need to deliver our promises the soonest possible. No more wish lists, even no more action plans, but real actions and tangible environmental and social positive results. Thank you very much.